Hi, I'm Alexei from soundartisans.com. A few weeks ago, I made this bowl out of camphor laurel. It's got some cool features like these, well, beads you can call them. It's got 5 beads all around, and I actually burned the grooves between them. And I'll show you my very high-tech method of how I do that. Camphor laurel is considered to be a pest species, well, at least down here in Australia. It quickly grows, it overtakes native species, so government is actually paying wood merchants to go out and harvest camphor laurel. Here's a close-up shot of some of the features. This bowl is going to be shipped to Europe in a few days, but I have another blank. I'm going to show you how I make a very similar bowl and walk you through all the techniques and methods that I use. It's pretty simple. There's nothing outstanding. But it's still very enjoyable. If you haven't already, go check out our shop, subscribe to our channel if you like this video, hit that notification bell, it really helps me out. And without any further ado, let's get into it. Now I've marked the center, well, rough center of the blank, and there are 4 little dents which I made with the screws that are going to go in. This is just a very rough estimation of the faceplate. In here we're going to drill as far as this will allow, about there, and this will act as depth gauge. When we no longer have a hole, that means we've reached our depth. I should not be going any deeper. Now I just stopped the lathe to check my progress, and I can see that because of these spots I still need to take a bit more material off here and maybe shape it even more. So far it's revealing pretty awesome grain. Alright, so now that we have the outside of our bowl shaped, we're going to need to do some measuring for the bottom of it. I like this part because it could be so approximate. Now, this is the very center of our blank, right there. See, it does not spin. So we need to measure about 3.2 centimeters, about there. Where is it? About there. Here's our dot. And now from this dot we need to measure roughly 2 more centimeters, which is going to be there. Of course I drop everything. So there and there. Very good. So now what we need, there's our line. I hope you can see it on the camera. And now we need to measure this, which should be something like this. I should just lower it while it's spinning and it should mark the circle. Yeah, almost. This is good. So we're going to take out a lot of material from here, all of this, because the chuck jaws are going to go into there. This is going to be the bottom of the ball, and we might need to do some more shaping here. This is the progress so far. So we've took some material out of there, so the chuck jaws can go in. I made a few decorative rings. They don't serve any purpose, but they just look like there has been work done there on the bottom. And we also shaped a little bit of a foot, you can call it, the foot of the ball, and with another decorative ring. So now I'm going to take a scraper, straight angle scraper, and just go around this surface to try and make it more smooth. So now we're going to be marking where our beads are going to go. We're going to mark about 2.5 centimeters from there to about 4. We also need to mark 4 additional lines here that will define our 5 beads. They need to be at an equal distance from each other, but I think I can eyeball all of them. Now remember, these beads, they need to stand proud. So we need to take material off from this side and from this side. So now that we have our beads defined and they are proud of the surface, now let's get to the fun part, and that's burning. Okay, this is the high-tech tool that I was talking about earlier. There's nothing more than just a steel wire and 2 dowels. We're going to introduce this wire into the groove, and because of friction it's going to really heat up, leaving a burn mark. You might even see some smoke. Alright, now we're going to get even more dusty. We're gonna sand this outside and finish it. Alright, so now for my favorite part, and that's finishing. Well, I hope you guys can see the finish really highlights all the grain and came out quite nice. Now we need to take out the actual bowl. Well, our ball starts to take shape. There is still more material that we need to take out. We still have the hole that we drilled, remember? Once that disappears, That means we've reached our depth and we should not be going any deeper. More to do. So we finally reached the deepest part of our bowl. As you can see, the hole disappeared. That means we're right at the depth. So now I have to continue take out a little bit more from the sides. So now that I finished taking out all the material I can to the thickness of the walls that I like, there are no ridges. It's pretty smooth. So the next step, yep, sanding. Well, finally, the last step is here. We're gonna finish the inside of our bowl. So there we have it. That's the finished bowl. Turned out okay. I'm going to observe this bowl for next few months, and if this wood does not develop any cracks, or if it's going to behave well, then I'm going to put it on our website and our Etsy shop for sale. But it's likely to be early 2020. In the meantime, I hope you enjoyed this video. Please subscribe and share it if you'd like. Bye for now.